That's annoying.
We should do some custom goals for stuff like that, Allie.
Oh yeah.
So it's not using the teleporter beacon.
Yeah.
I feel like I shouldn't be here. Any place there's a whale shark, I shouldn't be.
Yeah, I was just thinking that myself.
But your friendly neighborhood whale shark.
What does that even
Back
mean?
to the pub. I will head back to the pub.
Oh yeah, these things are killing me. Alright, let's go ahead and just drop a bomb dungeon, because I'm getting impatient now.
Impatience.
Alright, rally to me.
I love my engineer here. It's badass.
Yeah, it's just kind of like this cool chunky looking ship. Whoa! What?
It's so different.
Oh my god.
It's totally different. It's the
It's-
munitions factory.
So
It looks like a munitions factory.
Yeah, it totally does.
Holy crap.
The old particle effects, though.
No particle effects. You're right. Oh wait, actually,
There's stuff down
yeah,
below.
it's the old ones.
It's the old ones.
I keep looking at those and thinking like, oh, I gotta turn those off, and then I'm not. I'm doing something else when I think that.
Oh my god.
Oh well.
This is amazing.
Oh my god, the tall walls with the outlines works way better than it did without the outlines.
Right.
Totally works.
So, this was a bit of work I've wanted to do for a little bit. We have another factory set, which is cool in its own right, but it doesn't, like a lot of, I think, our original environments, they sort of lack a sense of, a real sense of place, or like, oh, I have seen a place like that before, or you know, when I think of a factory, this looks like what I think of. And
Yeah.
so the one that we have is really good in that it's like sort of a little mysterious. And the Snake Dungeon uses that. And it's really good for that one. The Snake Dungeon is sort of supposed to be a rundown, sort of overgrown thing. And it is a little mysterious. The Bomb Dungeon is way more specific, though. And so I wanted to have a set just sort of less moving that has that very specific, like, oh, this is an industrial space, and you know, it's pipes going through machines and all of this kind of stuff like that. So this is
It looks really good.
thanks.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Yeah, I love the like kind of the dark purple color. It's really like making the orange enemies in here really pop.
Yeah, and the nice thing is that while all the walls and everything do have a little bit of a purple tint, they're not as purple as they look in the
Oh, I'm done.
on screen right now. That the like vast majority of the purpleness comes from like fog and lighting and stuff. So this is a fairly reusable. That the purple on the actual models is way more neutral. Which again, this is one of those things that, you know, we're a small team and everything we want to try and reuse as much as possible. So we have to be thinking of like when Allie and Sarah and I are modeling stuff, coloring stuff, we have to be having, hey, reuse back of our minds.
Yeah.
I do feel like this one is actually like pretty.
Is this boss supposed to be this size?
I think so. Maybe not.
I don't know.
That's probably a Ray question.
I think so.
Cool. I think we've been doing better stuff with level of detail since it was modeled, because it's kind of an older dude.
That is probably true. Yeah, I feel like this dungeon was this the first dungeon set, enemy set that was modeled?
It's the first Mojave model.
Okay.
I think I had done some dungeon before that. I don't remember. So long ago. Are you thinking of keeping the units the same color or like changing it?
Probably. I'm like I wasn't planning on changing them. Just because. You know they pop against this one, and they do have like a little bit of that like purple in, so there's a kind of a connection. You know, they definitely could be, but I think it's one of those things like, let's, oh man, there's stuff I can use here.
At the bottom.
Let's do some of the, more of the stuff that we haven't done yet.
Yeah.
Iterate. I want to redo that raptor mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
it's still got the 2D art.
No, I think that is actually a 3D model. It just is, I think before, it was probably made before there were, we had quite the vision guidelines and stuff that we have now.
Woohoo!
It's like when you get up close to it, the shape is actually sort of intricate and stuff, but at the scale it appears on screen, it's just sort of like round and crossy. It's like, oh, that should probably look more like a bomb.
Yeah, I believe I made that in 5 minutes because we were using the enemy art and it was confusing.
I vaguely remember that.
Looks like there's the old particle effect is still there for the green.
Yeah, we need to comment that out.
Is that all it really takes?
Yeah, it really is just adding a hashtag to. Or wait, it's not a hashtag. Whatever it is to comment stuff out in,
I think
in the
it's
configs.
It's a hashtag.
Yeah, it is. Actually, yeah.
It's weird to say it's a hashtag when you're not using it as a hashtag.
I know you're not. I know.
Man,
Can we take a moment to appreciate that fake Zoo Patrol and I have exactly the same plane, but they look totally different?
Whoa.
That is pretty cool.
I want to make that in the model. The canopy on yours, Dank, is way sleeker, but again, it's one of those things. Just like the scale it appears on screen and the angle that we see it at, you can't tell that it's actually a way sleeker canopy. And the whole point of the variant you're flying is that it's supposed to look sleek. So it's another one of those things that I have to get in there and figure out.
I totally have a speed upgrade on it, so.
Oh, that's exactly the one that you want to have a speed upgrade to.
Yeah.
You should fix the name exposure in the bombed engine.
Name exposure?
There's names on things that shouldn't have their names displayed. Like
Really?
the destructible walls and basically everything destructible.
We can fix that.
You
We have
can.
the power.
What the heck? There's old clouds just randomly here in the. Is anyone else seeing that, Ray?
Oh, I'm actually.
you seeing
it
gray
looks like
clouds?
it looks like my clouds are turned off. Let me turn them back on.
Oh, okay. That's weird. Those shouldn't be there. Get out of here. Yeah, it's the old, slightly more realistic looking clouds instead of the polygonal ones.
Huh, I think I'm seeing the right ones.
I'm seeing fluffy clouds.
Okay, well then it's just me.
They look fluffy to me, at least.
I see polygonally fluffy clouds.
Beautiful. Just me. I don't know why that happens. I feel like I've noticed that happen before too, but not sure why.
Graham
big
points
deal.
out that a hashtag is an octothorpe and thinks you should use that word.
Octothorpe?
That's
Yeah, that's the original name.
really.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. What a delightful name.
Octothorpe.
The problem with using that name, though, is that nobody will know what you're talking about, except for probably like typographers or type designers rather, and and I guess like 2 people in the stream.
But to be fair, like, who do we really want to associate with?
That is true.
It's like if your life was just full of only topographers, would that be a bad thing?
No, probably. I feel like I would get along. Designing type is a super designy process, and I tend to approach game work a little bit more like a graphic designer than I think most other art directors. So I'd probably
You'd probably survive that. You could have some beers with them.
I could. Oh, I mean, Daniel Cook, I could have beers with just about anybody.
True.
Well, should we like kind of casually level up and talk about our
Yeah.
GDC experiences?
That sounds
Oh, yeah.
great.
Talk about our GDC hangover.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what is, like, I actually didn't drink almost at all at GDC, but
Oh.
just the act of socializing is a form of alcohol.
Just so people know what we're talking about, GDC is a Game Developers Conference, and it happens in San Francisco every year. I believe there's another one somewhere overseas as well, but that's where basically you see about, I don't know, what would you guys say, like 25 to 50% of the entire game industry hang out? That's probably a generous number.
That's a generous number, but there's tens of thousands of people there.
Yeah.
Which is a crazy thought.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly, I would say it's mostly console and PC. Large indie community shows up. Less of the less mobile, but there's some of that there as well. Lately, there's been some VR that has been popping up. Yeah. Good crew. We had like 12 people there, which was kind of nuts.
Yeah, most of Spryfox is there. Sorry, the number I was using was sort of related to our attendance there. But it's but Spryfox, like us foxes tend to go to GDC because it's like another one of the rare opportunities we get to hang out with each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we had a Airbnb that we got, and we ended up like Friday night we cooked dinner there. So we had everybody over and we were hanging out till like 1 a.m. in the morning. I think everyone was totally zoned out of their mind after GDC.
Yeah.
So I think that last hour everyone was like, maybe we should really go to bed, but I can't move.
What did you all cook?
Fajitas. And I believe it was Pat was leading the charge and others were helping.
Pat and Nico did amazing things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Pat's a really good cook. We have several really good cooks in the company.
Sorry I missed that. That's hanging out and like doing nothing and cooking a meal and just having chats. That's like my jam.
Yeah, super cool.
Well,
Pat wants to give Francois credit for his help in cooking the fajitas. And he also points out that GDC was 28,000 this year.
28,000. Wow.
That's absurd.
I felt good because I'd know like 5 or 6 of those people. Like, look, I know 5 or 6 people here.
that is a pretty sizable number.
Yeah, what was going on? It was mostly, there were some meetings. It was hanging out with old friends. Allie, is this your second or first one? What did you think as your very first GDC?
It was great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any insights? Any things that surprised you?
It turns out if you go out every night, it makes it really hard to make sessions in the morning.
This is the truth. This is the deep truth.
But it was really good.
Nice.
I had no negative experiences, though people getting hit by cars and being mugged is kind of shitty.
That is, yeah. There was one Dave Mark, who's a developer we know. For years he's run the basically the AI summit, someone ran a light at 40 miles per hour and hit him, and he's in the hospital now.
That happened at GDC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened very
Oh,
last
man.
last night of GDC, basically. Yeah, it was pretty intense.
Yeah, there's a GoFundMe campaign to help them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. Like, I was just talking to him, Thursday night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, he's
Yeah.
a big he's a big fan of Triple Town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a small industry.
Yeah, and I guess if you get enough people together, things like that sort of happen. My understanding is that every year at GDC there's a few people who like have serious health issues.
Yeah, but people gave talks, and Adam, you gave a talk. What was your talk on?
My talk was on it was how to find and engage an awesome artist, a primer for non-artists. So basically, it was part of the. There are different kind of focused tracks. There's a few different ones. One of them is an indie track. So my talk was really geared towards say designers or coders or just people who don't have an art background who have an idea for a game, and they maybe they're just a solo dev and they don't quite know where to search or how to search and where to do this. So basically just like a 22 or so minute crash course. And it went very well.
Nice.
My favorite, I tweeted about this. I always feel weird talking about something after I've already put it out on social media, even though I can almost guarantee none of the people watching the stream actually follow me. That my personal favorite part was so when I was maybe in like the 30 minutes before my talk, I was kind of just going through my slides and like the little speaker lounge that they have, and I thought it would have been so funny to have like a crappy sound effect play every time I flip a slide, just like an unrelated sound, like duck quacking or something like that, and then like a dog, I don't know, just like a random sound effect, a random different sound effect each time I flip a slide, and just not address it. So I had this idea, and I was like, oh, that'd be so funny. And then when I gave my talk, I hit a title card for like my section about compensation, and I made a cash register sound. And then a few people chuckled, and I was like, I don't know, I thought that was funnier. I said that out loud. I thought that was funnier, and I kind of held the audience hostage until I got a better laugh, and then someone in like the back of the room went, woo! And holding an audience hostage until someone half-heartedly says woo is the funniest thing. That is the funniest thing. That's happened to me in maybe, I don't know, 5 years. Behind me goes, that's my life.
Nice. Well,
yes.
one comment I heard was like, they're like, Adam, you're such a professional presenter. It's like you're a professor.
That's so good.
It's funny. I so there were a few boxes, maybe 4 or 5 boxes of attendance, but I got like no review from anybody yet if how they thought I did. So I know that I was going a mile. It was like a lot of information to cram into a short session, so I know I was going a mile a minute. But I also don't. I think it went well, but I don't know ultimately how it went. I guess I'll see my.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about these talks, right? Like you prepare for ages and ages and ages, and then you give them, and there's like maybe a little Q&A at the end, and then it's sort of like silence.
Yeah.
And you're like, why did I stress about that so much?
Yeah. I will be honest, this one was not stressful for me, because I was actually worried it was going to be boring, so I was able to just sort of go up and give a talk and have good energy and all that kind of stuff. I'm interested in how your talk went, though, because you were talking about something way more interesting than I was. How did your talk go, Daniel?
My God, there's 2 presenters in this call.
I know. soon we'll have 4. Like, you guys will present it someday. That's inevitable.
Yep.
It seems that everyone who joins Strikefox eventually presents someplace. What else? What was my talk about? Mine was on friendship formation, patterns for friendship formation, which is very pertinent to Steambirds, actually.
Yes.
It's sort of like, how do you cause people who are randomly running into each other as strangers in a online game to become friends, and what are the design patterns you do for that? And so a lot of lessons we learned from the Mad God, a lot of them that we're going to be applying to this game as we go. It turns out there's tons of research on like how friendships are actually formed. So, and most games kind of ignore that entirely. So it's like, what if we use some of that in designing our games? That was the general topic.
The guy next to me in your talk was like writing furiously the whole time. And then he and the girl who's sitting next to him, and I think they're coworkers, she was like, "Oh my god, Beartopia is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, yay!
I'm gonna get it." And I was like, "Sure you are." I hope that she goes and gets a Daydream just to play Beartopia.
I actually met someone who bought a Daydream just to play Beartopia.
Oh, for real?
So
Nice.
great.
Yeah. She's like, I play all the Spryfox games, and so I bought a Daydream just to play Beartopia.
That's amazing.
And I'm like, all right, there you go. Yeah, I still have hopes for Beartopia. It will return one way or another.
Yeah, I think that game's great and adorable.
Yeah.
I remember my first Twitter interaction with Chickadee was because I drew a Bear Topiary because of that game.
Oh, really?
That's right. That was back in the day.
That was a while ago, yeah.
I shouldn't be here. Why am I here?
Yeah,
I
right.
was just thinking, I'm
Me
out of
too.
Steam. Oh my god! And someone kited over a.
A slave
wait.
master.
Yeah, but they're called tunas again. What's up?
It looks like the display names are not working. I noticed that
Yeah.
the Fisher Crab was also called Crawler, which is probably why you guys saw the and I died again. Which is probably why you guys saw those weird names in the bomb dungeon.
That makes sense. Let's check out some chat questions. Pixel Maki asks, is there anything such as a white bag that appears to be soulbound and a unique item in Steambirds?
Not yet. It's a good idea, though. Yeah, we don't have that yet. I don't think we differentiate. Right now, we don't have bags, so we don't have like a loot bag. Everything just pops out into the world. So there are rare loot drops that pop out into the world, but not necessarily in a bag. And everything is soulbound. All the loot is soulbound when it drops. So no one can do loot stealing.
Pixel Maki also asks, have you been thinking of any codes for like skins in game for those watching the stream? Codes would drag more people in, and if you gave them away some limited edition stuff, it would be fun.
That's also a good idea.
Yeah. Cool. Goose says Ray looks dead inside.
I think he's making fun of me for having died twice already on the stream.
And Asian Fire points out that you're just focused.
That's what happened.
Also, earlier Goose pointed out that your facial hair is almost back to its former
It
glory.
is. For networking purposes, I decided to grow my facial hair out because that is the only way people recognize me as the guy who sort of looks like Johnny Depp's raver cousin.
It's extra funny because it's true.
Where did you go, Ray? You were just
I
here.
hopped in another bomb dungeon because I
I'll
needed,
go
I
to
needed,
the bomb dungeon.
I got it. I had to
If I
get
can
some
make it
more.
back. Oh my god! No! See you later.
As usual, people are asking when is the specific date for Steambird Alliance, and the specific date is 2018 probably.
It's next week. You can say Steambird Dev said next week.
Oh, gosh.
It's been out for 500 years.
Yeah, tell Kotaku. Oh, I haven't seen anyone fly the Merlin. That looks cool.
Oh, you guys found the mirror? Okay, I'm gonna come back out.
Dank is, yeah. It needs to be animated, but that looks rad.
Master Mario says, Realm of the Mad God made me lose my social life. I cannot wait for the same thing to happen thanks to Steambirds Alliance. We would love to do that for you sometime in 2018. Graham says that he can attest that Dank's talk was so sick. So sick, dude.
I can imagine Graham saying that.
Graham is from Boston. He talks like that.
I'm trying to pose my face exactly like my portrait per request. There we go. I'm just gonna blow my portrait up over my face, so then it's perfect.
Your smile does not look so genuine as your portrait, but that's good. Neviklink asks, "What is Beartopiary?" So Beartopia is a game that we made, and by we I mean people who aren't me at Spryfox, for Google. What's it called? Daydream. I always try to say Dreamcast, which is not what it is.
Google Dreamcast, sweet.
That'd be amazing. Google Dreamcast would be an amazing thing.
And it's a totally adorable game that is super amazing, and the people who worked on it did amazing art things. And amazing design things.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Daniel, try and give the elevator pitch for it, because it's like such a kind of weird game. It's almost a little hard to talk about.
It's super weird. So it's the inspiration was like, okay, what if you took Animal Crossing and made it a multiplayer? So instead of like NPCs running around, you have other people running around, and you're doing things for each other and crafting stuff and building stuff and kind of hanging out in this adorable village. And so that's what the game is. But then we're like, okay, what if we mix that with some idle game mechanics? So you're like constantly upgrading your character and improving and learning new tools and skills and that sort of thing. And so if you leave your village, you can come back and there's tons of stuff that's happened while you're gone. So that was the other idea. And then we started talking to people, and Google's like, hey, we've got this new platform called Daydream. What if you were to do that here? And so we did it on Daydream VR. So it ends up being a VR Animal Crossing village game with idle game progression. And it's also an MMO sort of, because it's all multiplayer and online. So that I worked on that for about a year. Adam, you did lots and lots and lots of art on it.
Mm-hmm. Lots of adorable art.
Adorable art.
The cutest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. So it's all our little alpha bears, and they're running around on this sort of. It was kind of northeastern fishing village inspired islands. Yeah. And there's a dark, deep mystery as well.
Yeah. It sort of comes out of left field, but there's like little hints. I will say, Daniel, that the writing in that game is like some of my favorite writing I've ever encountered in a game. Like ever, not even games that I've worked on, just like ever. And it makes me sad that because it was on a platform that didn't quite perform the way that I think folks wanted it to, so few people have an opportunity to see that writing, because it starts off really like, it starts off very Animal Crossing-y, and then you're like, oh, that was sort of a weird line, but okay, and then it keeps doubling down on like the weird line, and then it gets to like, oh, there's the darkness right there.
Yeah. I like talking about dark things with cuteness. Not everybody enjoys that, but I do.
You're telling me that the game design of a game with like Nazi cats and animals is like dark and cute?
Dark and cute.
I think it's a theme.
Yeah.
Good old Triple Town and the bear murder and
yeah.
Steambirds Alliance and its Nazi cats.
I don't know who the audience for that is, but it is a thing.
It makes the key art really hard to make.
Oh, clock boss.
High five to all of us here on the call, because we all sort of participate in the plane redesign task in one form or another, but just like seeing Daniel and the Merlin, and Ray and the Raptor, and Allie and the Medic, I look at all of our new planes and think, oh wow, we're doing good on these. Feel good.
Yeah, I feel good about it too.
I
don't know how to fly the Merlin, but besides
it's not Merlin. It has such a wide turning radius. It's like you come at it after any other class that doesn't have that, and you're like, oh geez, it's like you hit walls for the first time. It's but it's like, oh man, I'm not good at dodging that. What's its maneuver? I don't remember.
Its maneuver, it can teleport ahead a little bit.
Oh,
it's actually.
Yes, I see.
I should have shot that thing a while. At least I'll get the XP.
Ah, phooey, I can't use that. If anybody else wants it.
I got some useless stuff here as well. Hey, anyone want a dust trail? It's pretty hot.
Hmm?
You take it to the Rebel City and save it for the duster.
That's right.
Goose says, I kind of want the ability to be able to shoot a flare that other people can see on the map, and you could put an emote on it, like reinforcements needed, or help me, or dungeon here. And Pat points out that's the rally to me emote, and then Goose says, but what if rally to me shoots a flare?
Yeah, I was gonna say the flare idea is actually not a bad idea. That's a pretty good like in-world way of communicating that thing. We'd still obviously want the like chat blast and stuff.
I think it might encourage people to use it like all the time.
Oh yeah, you spam it.
Yeah.
Have we done one
people
of the...
would just do it during
Go
the
ahead.
firework party, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just a bunch of rally. We should do one of the icy dungeons. I feel like we haven't done those in a long time, but
Alright.
those are some nice effects.
Which
Is
one?
there
The secret
a new
phase
animation
or
on the ice snakey boss dude thing?
Yeah.
Frozen Horror?
There's a new animation on it?
No, Frozen Horror is still the animation you did.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Why?
I like that
good.
animation.
I was just
Solid.
joking.
Alright, we're going to the ice dungeon. Gather around for T radius.
Oh, are you gonna boost us?
Oh yeah. That feels
man.
that feels really
Look at
good.
it. Oh, and I get a machine gun good.
Feels really good boosting everybody at the same time. Alright, just for cinematic purposes I will use Epic. But I don't intend on being saved by it.
I'm so blue here.
Me too. We needed a song for the stream.
Yeah, obligatory stream singing.
It's very critical. If you don't sing, we all die. It's a weird genetic disorder. There was karaoke, if I understand, at GDC.
Oh
There
yeah.
was.
Yep, and Allie here participated.
I did participate.
Also known as Marioke, wasn't it? Was it
Yep.
Mario?
Yeah.
Karaoke, yeah.
It was songs rewritten, so same tune, but they rewrote the lyrics so they were about games.
Yeah, or the game industry, or like
Yeah.
like game culture, yeah, gaming culture.
There was Explainin' Men, which was It's Raining Men,
Yeah, that was really good.
Nice.
but rewritten
Nice.
should be about
I
mansplaining.
don't see how people were able to do some of those songs without laughing the whole time.
They were pretty funny.
Yeah.
Man, Ray, your ship looks so fast.
It looks so fast. It's also got a speed engine on it.
It's badass. It's like.
It's really cute. I like it a lot. Like, in the cool sort of way. the cool, the cute. It's got it going on.
It's so fast. I could just go and aggro everything.
Oh man.
Goose says, what about a weapon that shoots flares that explode at the end of the short range into a splash damage, but it shoots once before it reloads? Could be called the Repurposed Flare Gun.
I mean, the Raptor mine is kind of like that. Except for
But it doesn't really shoot.
Yeah, it doesn't really shoot. It
Fire out. Yeah.
I could put a velocity of
No,
0.0001
Damn
on
it.
it.
I couldn't heal you. I am not a healer.
It's
Me
okay. It's okay. These the slowdown in this one, I am not used to dealing with and not being on God.
Oh yeah, when you're on God mode, the status effects don't affect you. You should really use Epic if you can for testing.
For streaming. Streamers.
Streaming.
I'm gonna be a medic, and I'm gonna save the day.
Oh whoops! I accidentally started the.
Ooh,
treasure
see,
box
I love
countdown.
this. The light on these pillars right here is just gorgeous.
Tank's somewhere else, just browsing the art.
It's pretty much what I do. Look at that. Isn't the shadows coming through the pillars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the fog hitting that. It's quite lovely.
Is it switch? Is that the command to jump to?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you
Yep.
need to
Slash
switch.
switch ice.
Switch ice? Switch space ice? Something like that.
There we go. Oh my god, I am still
Yeah, don't be
Baby.
level 1.
baby tier.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh my god, my ship is going so fast. It's crazy.
Oh, you have a T10.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. You're sort of obnoxiously fast right now. You're
I don't-
zipping around like a
It feels,
mosquito.
yeah, it feels like I'm going possibly a little too fast.
It's so. Oh, I don't know about that. Whenever I get a speed upgrade, I'm like, oh, I have to save this ship now because this just flying around that fast is way too much fun.
I just don't remember this ship
Oh,
ever being this fast.
Hey, Allie. There you go.
I had full steam. I was just like chilling.
You were waiting.
I was letting my regen do its regen thing, and if I needed out, I healed.
Oh, you got the bow
But-
one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're so pointy.
Yeah, it's
Like
my health boat.
You're like a bullet.
Oh, man. Yeah. I'm loving this. Like, I've got a plus 70% damage on this thing.
Nice.
I just, like, kind of, like, sit on the outside edges and hope everyone dies. Oh, this is a...
Oh yeah, this is us.
Die.
Goodbye. Bye, Mr. Husky Pie.
Oh, husky pie. Ew.
Yeah, that's sort of a little upsetting.
I saw a really cute husky the other day who thought it was a person and kept walking on its back legs.
Nice.
What?
Nice. Huskies are strange animals. They are the cat of dogs.
Goodbye,
Merlin.
friends.
Oh, what happened?
Uh,
Merlin is super strong, but like it's super fragile.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're like I'm so good, and then it's like wait, there's no healers by. I'm screwed.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, get out of there.
Who's left? Oh, we got people. We got people.
Yeah,
Where's Rick?
Come here.
Ria Reeves here.
come back.
I saw an effect in a game where the boosters come on and there's a very, very slight screen shake that then tails off the longer you hold it.
Mmm.
And I really like that.
That would feel good.
Yeah. I don't know how we would do such a thing, but I thought it was a cool idea. Where's the generator? Oh, it's over here. What a jerk place for the generator to appear. I do like when the generators appear, it's like this, oh my god, quick, get the generator.
Yeah.
Goose says, I think the icy snakes should be called cold bras.
Cold bros.
Wow.
Rim
Wow.
shot.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah. Except it just looks like cold bras, so.
Cold bras. Yeah, cold bras are a less pleasant accoutrement.
What about snow bra?
Snow bra is
that's-
good. Snow bra.
That's also bra related, but
Yeah, using the word cobra pretty much dooms you.
yeah. Has anyone come up with any good dad jokes lately?
I feel like I should have a bunch, but I don't.
I had one this morning that I was super. Oh, someone died. That I was super happy about. It was. I used it on my wife, and she sort of smiled, which is, I think, the appropriate response. How do you greet a dairy farmer named Gertrude? You know this one. You know this one.
I feel like I should, but I don't.
You say Gertruder alert.
No, you say, yo, Gert.
Yo, Gert.
Oh.
I like it.
Oh. That joke killed me.
I was gonna say, Allie, did that. Good.
I forgot to use that to simplify that.
This is a terrible place to be, even when you are teased that. Oh, I'm gonna die next.
Have I told my cat jokes on stream before?
Probably,
but is it? I mean, why not repeat it? that was a rhetorical question, but.
All right. So oh gosh, what was the first one? Why did the cat pirate get? Why did the cat doctor lose his license?
I don't know.
Because of meow practice.
So what? I missed that. It cut out.
Because of meow practice.
Meow practice.
What about why did the kitty cat pirate get scurvy?
I got nothing.
Because of meow nutrition.
Wait, I missed it, Ray. Say it again.
Because of meow nutrition. Am I cutting out? Is this
Yeah,
thing
you're
on?
cutting out
Is
right
this
as
thing
you say
on?
the punchline, which is
Really
sort of it's probably funnier than the punchline.
No, I like the idea that you guys are just crickets chirping.
Oh, no, you're cutting out pretty badly.
Man, what's going on here? All right,
Your internet is not loving you, man.
that sucks. All right, well, the answer to the second one about scurvy was meow nutrition. Am I still cutting out?
No.
Tough crowd.
I like that the internet's face palming you right
Yeah,
now. Basically.
I like that right up until he started telling jokes, you could hear him just fine.
Yeah. No, exactly. That's fantastic.
Is it still screwing up?
Oh, who died? Silver
Hi,
Alley, no.
I'm clearly
Hi.
not trying anymore, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna come back with a snowplow assault because I feel like that's on theme.
Oh yeah.
It is on theme. I feel like mine is totally not on theme. I'm like some crazy scientist who did not dress for the weather.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Why did the kitty cat general lose the war?
Why?
Why?
Because of low morale.
Oh.
I like that one.
No, it's because
this
the
one.
Steambirds were such a badass and defeated him.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
This one's not cat themed, but where does a king keep his armies?
In his sleeveys.
In his sleeveys. The trick to that joke is that you have to be super excited when you say the punchline.
I don't get it. Oh, armies. I see.
Oh no.
Oh,
No.
don't do that. That was a bad idea.
Oh.
I know. I
I'm
totally forgot that I do not have.
I'm like, I'm gonna hit that 180, which is a teleport directly into the enemy in this case. I'm just waiting for a healer to appear.
Why did
Hey, what's up?
Drama Cat get kicked out of his troop?
Nice, thank you.
Because he was hysterical. All right, last one. Why did Pope Cat not make it to heaven?
Why?
Why?
Because he went to purgatory.
Ah.
Those are my cat jokes.
That was a pretty good one. I like that one. That one had some, some historical knowledge
Yeah, I was
involved.
gonna say.
Some historical knowledge. I should call them my sad cat jokes, because like nothing good happens to any of the cats.
Oh, that's a
Goodbye,
good.
friends.
Allie!
Allie, you have to stop dying.
I'll think about it. No promises.
No one wants to be taken care of by a suicidal doctor.
That's so true. That's a deep truth right there.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. I was so shocked it turned me into Owen Wilson.
Oh man.
Vlad Haha says, when your jokes are so bad, everyone pretends they can't hear you.
I saw that comment and I pretended not to read it.
Oh.
I love that. Oh yeah, no, Ray, you're cutting out real bad.
Oh man.
That's why we can't laugh.
That's right. My jokes are actually funny. It's the internet's fault. Alright, so I almost made it through the entire dungeon without dying, but just got saved by the epic cheat, so
Oh, and there it goes.
technically I died.
But I can't.
I don't know how to fly. It's like a totally different style. Like,
I'm actually enjoying the Merlin. I'm not an expert at it, but like it's kind of its own thing.
I like that chat is nonstop one-liner jokes right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got from Master Mario 97. What's a skeleton's favorite instrument? A trombone.
Nice.
I would have thought it was a
Why didn't the
xylophone.
skeleton cross the road? Because he had no guts.
Good one.
Nice.
Vlad Haha was laughing at your meow-related jokes, right?
That's good.
And heard them fine. Yeah, the stream gets to hear them, but they're not on a Skype call, so we only get to hear Ray through Skype. It's completely reliable and has no problems ever.
Skype. The ultimate reliable technology. Or is that a different thing?
Oh,
I'm
Ray,
sorry.
don't die.
No, I won't die. I have a cheat on.
Oh,
cheating.
I've actually died several times.
We're getting
myself to feel the drama.
We're getting close on this guy. Though he keeps throwing out blizzards. What's up with that?
It's pretty rude.
Once again, Ellie, good job on this model. It's one of my favorite bosses.
Yeah, I like it too.
I think one of my favorite is there's a scarab. I don't even know if we use it anymore.
Yeah, we use the Scarab. That's one of the set piece bosses out in the world.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the scarab's cool.
Pharaoh.
Yeah. Yeah, Pharaoh. Sarah B just, I guess not just, it was a few weeks ago, animated it. So
Ooh,
it's got
nice.
flappy wings,
Flappy wings.
skittery legs, and all that kind of good stuff.
Aw.
Nice.
Topical joke from Vlad haha. What do you call a fly with no wings? A walk.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty good.
I still find the bullet patterns in this boss entertaining.
They're very pretty and they're a huge pain.
Yeah, it's the ice that comes out that always gets me. It's so easy to get caught up in it.
Yep.
Yeah, it feels very on theme with the whole getting trapped in ice sort of feeling.
And like some of these, you run away from them and you run into the next one, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. Oh, I'm gonna die here.
Oh man, I'm dying a lot. Ow, ow, ow. I just died like 5 times.
Like, I have so much steam but no health. It's like,
Makes you wish you were a medic, huh?
yeah. Oh wait, there's a medic. Oh, Ray's gonna die.
Except he can't die.
Oh, so you're just
I
not
can't.
even gonna pretend to heal me anymore?
Nope.
Oh, man, I want to kill these things, but okay. This is now. I forget that I can teleport. I should use that more often. Yes.
Yeah.
We did it.
Millions we preserve are lost. It's like a cryobank, isn't it? We just destroyed a cryobank that had preserved ancient things in it.
Cryo bank me a river, why don't ya?
Oh,
Is
That
this
was
thing
pretty good, Ray.
is this thing on? Just gonna say that after every joke now.
Vlad haha asks, so about the closed beta testing for Steambirds Alliance, will everyone on the mailing list get access, or just a set amount of people chosen and random?
Well, we're giving out some keys. The people with keys will definitely get in. There'll be what we'll probably do is rolling sets. There'll be a private thing first, and then there'll be a public thing. For the public thing, we'll send out an email and let everybody in. And we still don't know the schedule on any of this, of course. We're aiming for stuff internally, but there's uncertainty, and we don't. I mean, it's kind of one of these things where we don't want to lie to anyone. So we're a small team, so we're definitely not the best at hitting dates. So it's like, okay, we're gonna do our best, work hard, cut scope, do all those things, and then when we're confident of something, I think we'll let everyone know.
You guys wanna fight Pharaoh?
Yeah, let's fight Pharaoh.
Yeah, we're T10, so we might totally destroy this guy. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna force you guys to be T5 from a million miles away. Boom! Haha!
Whoa!
I've robbed all of your levels.
My experience points. I need those for my speed upgrades in my region.
Oh my goodness, what are we doing here?
Make this a
Running
fair
Fighting the
fight.
Pharaoh.
I don't want that.
I don't want to fight Pharaoh. I'd rather fight Pharaoh.
Wait, we fight unfair? I'm not sure how that works.
You already do it with your mad hacks, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh man, I don't know how to control this plane in this situation.
Yeah, I'm still so proud of this guy. The new pyramid thing.
Yeah.
It was like, I mean, only a handful of units really handle this entire thing.
Oh no.
It was a little tricky to do, but it worked out pretty good.
There was an interesting discussion on fairness on Twitter about like, what does it mean to make a fair multiplayer game? And people were like, I want a fair, competitive multiplayer game. And then you ask them what they mean, and it's like, one where I win all the time, and I get to backstab people, but no one else gets to do that to me.
Yeah.
Do they understand what the word fair means?
Yeah. It's a perception thing, right? It's like, well, there's this thing called the fundamental attribution bias, which means that anything that you do that's successful is all due to your skills and your talents.
Yeah.
And then anything that's bad that happens to you is due to external circumstances and is basically unfair.
Right.
And so, you put that in a multiplayer game where it's like, one person can win, or one person can lose, and it's like, oh wait, it's always going to seem unfair to the person who loses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
oh, sorry.
No.
They had that Monopoly game where they gave one person an obvious advantage, and that person who had the advantage, still had this sense to them that they had somehow played the game right, and that's why they won.
Right. It's like, oh wait, you started with 5 times as much money than everybody else, and this person started with nothing. But of course you deserve it because you played well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of completely fair and balanced systems, anyone who has the best bird-based dad joke can win a key in the chat.
Dab joke?
Dad joke, though.
Dad joke.
Dab.
Where your head's at, Dank.
I don't know where my head's at.
Dank's always talking about
Obviously,
dabbing.
exactly where it should be.
And this is clearly a completely objective test, and there's no way that it could be unfair at all. Let me just say, appeal to your audience, guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
No, it's Twitch. We always forget that it's Twitch. It's follow and subscribe.
Oh, follow. Sorry.
Follow. Oh, yes. Nice. I had one that I came up with that nobody laughed at because it was super geeky. There's this cyberpunk game that's done in this cool isometric style, and it reminded me a lot of the art style in Monument Valley. And I'm like, no, it's Monument Valley, and pretty much nobody laughed at that. There's a level of reference obscurity that just, kills a joke.
They just didn't get it, man.
Or they did, and then they were like, yeah.
Goose, if you have a really good joke you want to offer, you can totally gift your key to somebody in the chat. You don't have to hoard it to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good opportunity to say, one of the fun parts about GDC is getting to see everybody, all your game development friends that live around the world or country or what have you.
Yeah.
And it makes me reflect on every Wednesday we get to come here. And, we've got a tight crew of people who always come and tune in. So thank you, everybody, for always coming and hanging out with us. It's
It's kind of awesome.
It's super awesome.
When I was at the airport after GDC, I had a moment where I was like, I'm kind of sad that I don't have my friends with me anymore. And then I was like, but I have my friends all over the world. I have friends everywhere on this planet, and that's kind of beautiful.
It's true. We all connect through this weird portal dimension where we pretend to be birds flying out.
Birds in planes.
Birds in planes fighting cats in giant mecha.
Goose repeated a joke he said earlier, but I didn't share with you, so I'm gonna share it. Which is, what did the parrot say after his car was stolen?
I like this one.
Macaw!
What sort of accent is that?
I don't know. It's
It's obviously a parrot accent.
Macaw.
It's sort of like a posh New York accent or something like. Macaw has been caught. Southern gentleman.
Master Mario says, "Man, this stream has quite a diverse rooster of characters."
That's good. That's good.
Pretty good, yeah. Vlad says, "I heard earlier someone commenting about a feature they saw in another game, fading screen shake, I think, and it made me curious. Do the Steambirds Alliance developers ever take a look at the current realm of the Mad God for ideas or things to steer away from?"
Not recently. Every once in a while, I'll pop back in. But like most of our design insight on Realm of the Mad God is from pre-Kabam. Before they did their thing to it. But if anyone has any ideas that they want to share with us, that they really like, we're totally open. I have it bookmarked, and I pop in every once in a while. Some of the higher level tactics are kind of alien for me at this point, because I don't play enough to if there's a new top tier boss, I'm not going to be able to see the cool things that happen with it. But if anyone says, "Oh wow, that's a really cool thing, you should check it out. This has totally made my life better," that's great. Or if there's something that's like, "Oh my God, they tried to do this thing and it was horrible," that's good to know as well.
Huddy offers the pun, "Don't even bother challenging me with bird puns. Two can play at that game."
That's a that
I like the voice is getting higher pitch.
That's what I would give a star for. That is a starred pun right there.
Starred pun.
Yeah. I'm pretty sold on the macaw one right now, but.
Macaw's pretty good. I think that one is pretty good. So many puns.
Did everyone see the Goose game that was at GDC? I think it's called the Goose game.
That was actually, I didn't see that it was actually there.
Yeah. That game is awesome.
Yeah. You're a goose who is a jerk to a gardener. Boom.
I mean, I think that's like a pretty logical tie-in. I don't who's making that?
I'm not sure who's making it.
I feel like it's a solo operation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's got a nice physics-based goose animation though, which I really, really enjoy.
All right, it is 11:18. We've actually gone over our time by quite a bit. So.
Oh goodness, I didn't even know.
Guess let's go ahead and sign off.
Well, I think the macaw joke is the pun winner. So Goose, either pick someone to give your key to or receive key.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Nice.
Macaw.
All right.
Macaw.
Oh, macaw.
I picture a bird in big pearl necklace and putting the wing to the forehead. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exact. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's perfect.
Just turning its head with its mouth agape, just oh.
Yep.
Now, is the macaw the person who had the car stolen, or the person who stole the car?
Mm.
The thief.
Yeah, he's like maca. All right, let's close this out. We can talk about macaws all day.
Hey, take care, everyone.
Later, guys.
See everybody.
Good
Thanks for tuning
Good
in.
skies.
Guys.
Good skies.